It's Saturday afternoon, although it's not a 3 PM kickoff as it's been moved to 2 PM, and today's vlog comes from our old friends at Millbrook as they take on Cow Sports at Test Park. Southampton. Obviously it's a Southampton home pub, as you can tell by the decor and the walls and all that. Did my pub vlog after the game. Facility to Millbrook. You're looking at about half an hour bus ride from here up to Test Park. But if you're in Southampton City Centre, this is a really good pub. I've got a pint van still for about £5. You are paying a bit extra in the city as you normally do for pints when you're in towns. Got some sports on TV at the minute to show rugby, not the Palace game, which I'm a little bit disappointed by. Good little pub this, definitely worth popping into. If you're a Saints fan, all the Saints stuff on the wall really appeal to you. Not a Saints fan, Palace fan obviously. Welcome back to the vlog. Eugene McManus, Chairman of Millbrook. First season in the Premier League, how's it going so far?
Yeah, we can't complain, although manager Dave obviously will. Sitting midway on the table at this stage with a few games in hand on those around us. Some disappointing results based on opposition, but overall got to be pleased with where we are.
I was going to say, last few results have really picked up, haven't they? Because you've beaten Portland 5-0, Bournemouth 5-1 in the Cup. Yeah. Last week, Hamworthy wreck away 4-0. So it seems to be, gelling and clicking together now, doesn't it?
Yeah, 14 goals in 7 games is something to be shouting about in this division, and against opposition, all of which were above us in the division. So, most notably, the performance against Hamrek was outstanding from the lads, and just unfortunate that as a consequence of that outstanding performance, we're 9 short today. But from a normal starting lineup. But hey ho, we get on with it.
And you said 9 short today. Is that through injuries and suspensions? Is it?
It's through injuries. Fundamentally, we've had. One that's been called back to his Southern League side, the Southern Prem side, so he's been called back in for them today, which is a miss, especially when he's had the best game for us since he's been on loan to us. But hey ho, these things happen, we just got to get on with it.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much, Tony.
You're very welcome, mate.
Appreciate it. Millbrook currently sitting 10th in the Wessex Premier League. The last 3 games was a 5-0 defeat away to Fareham. No shame in that. Fareham seems to be battering a lot of teams a bit, doing really well in the league, sitting in 2nd. But then they've sort of redeemed that with a 5-0 win here against Portland United, which is a very good win because Portland are a very good side, and a 4-0 win away to Hamworthy Wreck last week. Top scorer is obviously Jamie White, 16 goals. But they've brought in some players this season to supplement the promotion winning squad. Ryan Batley's coming from Hive. He was red carded on his debut last week. Kane Pennants is another player that's come in from Hive. 4 in 8 starts. Brilliant striker, holds the ball up really well. Always got an eye for goal as well, so that's a very good signing for them. Owen Pelham's on the duel from Totton, but he's been recalled to Totton this week, AFC Totton that is, so he'll be featuring their Southern Premier League squad today. And Connor Ford from Hamworthy United has come in. He's got 3 in 7, very talented player. We've seen him at New Milton to the back end of last season, played a big part in their success of, almost getting out the relegation zone, Division 1. Unfortunately, he's injured today, so he won't be playing. A certain player I want to mention is Callum Drake in the midfield for Millbrook. Absolutely brilliant player. Eye for goal, box to box. He can get stuck in, plays passes really well. So you know, when you've got a player like that in your team, you've always got the sort of set up there for goals. He's always going to create something, or he's going to put something away in the net. Their opponents today are Cowes Sports, currently 13th in the Wessex Premier League. Their last 3 league games, a 2-2 draw with Christchurch, a 1-0 win at their place against Portland United, and a 5-2 win away to Laverstock and Ford. Their top scorer, John McKee, has 7 in 8 games this season. He scored a hat-trick against Laverstock recently. He's a very good player as well, very talented, very skillful on the ball, so they'll be hoping he'll be starting today for them. Quick mention for their goalkeeper, Ed Hatt. He's made their 500th appearance for the club this season, which at any level of football is absolutely amazing. Their first win of the season was against AFC Stoneham, but that was back on the 28th of September. They hadn't won a game before that, but since then they're currently 5 unbeaten. New managers for Cowes Sports as well. Since we last filmed them, Max Draper has stepped down, and in come Ian Potts and Mark Woodhouse as joint managers, and since those guys have taken over, that's when they've been picking up the wins. So this is going to be a very interesting game today, I think. And I do apologise about my voice. I've got a cold. If Craig was here, I wouldn't be on camera at all. I don't know what's...
Bigger set, Blake.
Sorry?
It's quite strong that number now, isn't it?
Yeah. He's...
Tight! Tight! Come on! Yes, Ollie! Set! Tricky! Tricky! Good Cab. Great defending, Cab.
I don't know, he's going for a lot of stage in his career though, and he's like...
Come on!
Yeah, it's not strong enough. It's not good.
He's near 30 now as well, isn't he? And the way like... Great ball.
He should.
Great ball.
Good Charlie!
That's the ball. Great ball. No. Gone out.
Bad ball.
Good stuff!
I say to people at work around us.
I can feel it now. My back's been playing up the last couple of days.
I see it. Ooh, did well. What are you booking up for order then?
Well, we've... We're going to travel, so we're going to go through and spend 3 months around sort of the German mountains,
Yeah.
Germany and stuff, nice venue around there.
Oh, nice.
And then we might come back to Italy.
Oh, it's fine.
Because we're coming through, we were thinking, because I know Joe would really like, Joe would really like to go to...
Good stuff, well done you two! In the box, get in the box!
Oh, well played. It's a great one.
Number 7's only about 5 feet.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Mind you, it takes about 5 or 6 hours to edit it.
Did you see what I did? When he kicked it?
Good well.
He's in. Lift it.
Oh, lucky.
Must.
on, boys!
Oh, good. No. Ooh. Oh no. It's whatever the Premier League do, it ends up going to the non-league anyway. Style of play.
Just not to the same level. Great head.
Half time at Test Park, it is Millbrook 2, Cow Sports 1. Millbrook really good, exploded out of the blocks earlier on. Great cross into the box from Callum Drake on the right hand side of the pitch, and it was headed home by Chebby. That was only the first opening 5 minutes of the game. They went 2-0 up around about 20 minutes. Corner into the box from Drake, scramble in the box, and Kobe Killick, the centre back, prodding home to make it 2-0. Millbrook really, I think, looked solid up until that point at the back. Ryan Batley, Ayuba and Killick looking really solid, mopping up most of the things Cows have been putting through. Callum Chase had a good chance for Cows, just headed it wide, but Cows struck back literally in injury time in the first half, cross from the right hand side again for Cows, and it was headed home superbly by John McKee at the back post, put it back across Skrizniaz in goal, and he had no chance of saving that. And you know what, that gives Cows a bit of momentum going into the second half, but Millbrook have had the chances but have not really taken them, so it's 2-1 at half time, and this game could be anyone's to win in a minute.
Really, you can probably move up. Did that well. Ooh. Great goal.
Give him a caution. Newport and East Cows are Divi 1 and 1.
Yeah. But one of them's doing well, isn't it?
East Cows are doing really well, actually.
Yeah. Corner. Oh.
All that. Oh, well done. No, took a deflection.
But I've never seen a ref with an offside like that, especially when it's such a big.
Good ball.
Keep driving, get a foul, you get a foul.
Let's go forward. It's got to go wide. No. He's going to hit it. Oh, good effort.
Not that too much, to be fair. Great save.
What a save. I thought we might see the keeper.
Yeah, I think so.
Don't foul.
Let's clear it.
Don't foul. Yeah, the card for Tom Wasting.
Dave, 3-2 winners today. A few thoughts about the game?
Yeah, fuming, absolutely fuming. The naivety of our players fascinates me at times. We could have been coasting, could have been 3-0 up and cruising, never in doubt, never in danger. But the naivety of our players shocks me and it rolls me up, and I beat the crap out of the changing room. Quite rightly so, because it ain't on, and I find it disgusting that we have to coach that side of it. Fucking hungover, early kick-off. Arsenal were losing it. Crap, just a crap day at the office, really. Not a lot more I can say about it, really. They probably, to be honest, they deserved a point. But we should have been out of sight. So fair play to them. They're a great side. You can tell when they're in ascendance and they're playing well, then you can see why they're like coming up in the form table. So yeah, hard win. Well, made hard by ourselves as well.
A lot of injuries though. 9 players.
9 out today. Yeah. But again, you've got to trust the lads coming in, ain't you? So called a couple up, or one up from the reserves, and we've drafted people in left, right, and centre. But we're walking wounded at the minute. But got the cup game against lower opposition on Tuesday. We'll try and do something there, and then get us through ready for Saturday. So
one of the players coming in was young Adam Woodcock. I think he had a very good game in midfield.
He was great. He tore Bashley a new arsehole the other day, playing in with 2 17-year-olds in the middle of the park, made them look crap. And then we had, and he'd done that 2 games on the trot again, Bournemouth Poppies. He was the same beast. He lives on the edge, and I said a couple of our coaches were saying, "Oh yeah, be careful." But I think you've got to live on the edge. I love that. I was that, and I love it. So and I ain't coaching that out of him. In fact, I'm applauding it. So yeah, he's a good lad. He's got a big future. Future. So
cheers, Dave. Thank you for that.
Yeah, cheers.
Not the result you wanted today. Just a couple of thoughts about the game.
A great spectacle for the neutral, really. I mean, they go 2-0 up, and then early in the season that might have been us crumbled, but we built on it. We knew that if we could get that goal before half time, we'd be back in it. We got the goal, then straight after half time, get back to 2-2, and then a bit of chaos near the end. They scored an own goal, and then we get one clear off the line. But yeah, great game, and the lads put a real shift in today.
You say you've taken over from Max, who's left the club. What have you and Ian done to change things around?
We're just trying to bring the enjoyment back, really. You get into that rut where you're travelling away quite a lot. It just becomes a bit of a chore, and we just wanted to bring the enjoyment back to the lads, really, and just realise why we play. And the reason is Saturdays, it's an enjoyment, and the lads have really built on that, and you can see that by the way they're playing at the moment. They're really confident and going week to week. So.
And John McKee got another goal today. What have you said sort of rejuvenate him, because he's must have 4 in the last 2 now?
Yeah, 4 in 2, and he's on fire. He's just one of those lads where he could be in training, could be really out of form, but game day he turns up, and that's why we keep backing him, because he's just got that knack of turning up, and he gets in the right place at the right time, and he's just like someone who just seems like he can go on playing forever at the moment. He's doing really well.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it. Well, the game that was 3-2 to Millbrook in the end. Cows made a real good go of it. Early goal, literally from kick-off in the second half. It was Charlie Masek at the back post, diving header, good cross into the box, got on the end of it to bring it back to 2-2. And then after that, I feel the game was probably more Millbrook possession-wise. Maybe struggled to break Cows down at the back a little bit to make those chances, but their goal came literally in the last minute of the game. I mean, Jack Francis long ball over the top. Callum Drake goes in with substitute Jez Conway, and unfortunately for Conway, he's put into his own net to give Millbrook the 3-2 win. A few questionable refereeing decisions in that one, but we won't go too much into that because I don't like to slag refs off too much on camera. But lovely game, brilliant club Millbrook. Definitely, if you're in the Southampton, you need to get down here and watch these guys. They're value for money, they score goals, there's always goals involved in their games. Great bunch of lads, Eugene and Dave, run a brilliant club here. So if you're ever in the Southampton area and Saints are in their home and you don't want to watch a defeat, come down to Test Park, watch Millbrook. That's all I can say really. What a great game that was for the Wessex team.
Die ciao, die ciao, die ciao, die ciao, die ciao, die ciao, die ciao. Bye bye.